All right, gang. Have you ever noticed how many textures are out there? I mean, really, take a look at this cactus coming up here. See this cactus up here? Look at that. That is a natural texture. Check that out. How about this tree right here? Look at the textures in that tree. Or in the truck in front of me. Check that out. Look at the textures on that bumper or on the tread of the guy's tire. Can you see it? It's down there. Textures, they're all over the place. There's a fence up there that's got a texture to it. Some of them are regular patterns with form, creates texture. Look at these plants over here. There's my cocoa nuts hanging from my mirror. The windows over there. The name Mar Vista. Textures are everywhere. So this next project that you're doing, the one that we're working on now, that we've been doing the exercises for, it's about exploring and creating those textures. You know what I'm saying? Sure you do. You know what I'm talking about. It's creating texture. That's what it's all about. So, I want to go through the steps for success with you, just so you know that what it is. I'm waiting for the train to go by here, so let me chat with you for a minute. We've been doing this exercise to kind of get you used to doing different kinds of textures. You take patterns, you give it form, it creates texture. And remember, there's implied and real texture. There are planned patterns, there are random patterns, there's half-drop patterns, alternating patterns, regular patterns. There's a lot of different kinds of patterns. Well, if you take any one of those patterns and you give them form, that creates texture. We're going to go over a texture right now. Railroad tracks. We can feel it. You can see the camera bouncing. That's texture. So the steps for success for you, for the rest of this project, first of all, you have to finish the exercises that we've done. I want to make sure you're comfortable working with the material. That's important. The next thing that I want you to do is you need to come up with your design and finish it out so you're happy with it. Now that you have an understanding as to what we're going to do, that you're going to create a texture collage that looks like this, either using the name that you have or some other design, okay? It does need to be an original design. I don't want you doing something that isn't original or has some components of creativity in it. Like, I don't want you to steal somebody else's logo, of course. That's not good. I don't want you to, I want you to have some originality in the midst of it, okay? It certainly can be abstract. Another real simple way is to take and to draw a series of 5 or 6 lines, curved, squared lines across your page, and just break the space up into a variety of different shapes that you fill with different textures. Now the assignment has to have at least 10 textures in it in order for you to complete the assignment. You can get creative if you want. You can outline your hand 5 times, and every time a different shape is created, that creates a texture. That'd be really, really cool. You can do a series of, I don't know, outline your feet for that matter. Outline different objects if you want to. It doesn't really matter to me how you break up the space. What matters to me is that you explore different kinds of texture. That's what matters to me, okay? And that you explore those by giving form to pattern. Waiting for the signal to go here. Here we go. So, step 1 is to finish the exercise. Step 2 is to come up with a design that you're happy with. Step 3, show it to me, let me approve it. You need to know what patterns you're going to use in each one of those spaces, and you have to use all of the patterns that are possible. You have to use a planned pattern. You have to use a half-drop pattern, okay? That's all got to happen in your project. We need to be able to see what they are. Each one of those different definitions has to be in there. Then what you're going to do is get a piece of final metal for me. I'll give you a sheet of 9x12 metal. you're going to use the same steps that we did with the exercise. You're going to incise your design onto the metal along with the outlines for all of your patterns. Then, using your tool, using the Barbie blanket, using the newspaper and the desktop, you're going to give form to your patterns, creating texture. Now, remember that it needs to be as detailed and clean as possible. Craftsmanship is essential in this assignment. Your ability to do this without tearing the project is important, okay? I want you to use high levels of craftsmanship, high levels of care. You're gonna do it like a bunny, not like T-Rex, okay? That's super important as well. Doing it like a bunny, not like T-Rex. And you're going to use high levels of craftsmanship to make it happen. Detail. You can be careful so that it looks as clean as possible, okay? Pushing out the from the back so that you're giving it form, and like that. Get it all detailed in. Every shape has a pattern. After that's all said and done, then you're going to go on to the next phase, okay? You're going to want to double check. Make sure that there aren't any areas that you might want to do some micro design. Again, micro design allows there to be even more of an understanding of what's going on in the background, the negative space, so it gives it more dimension. Sorry about that, you slid down my dashboard. How'd that feel? Ha! I bet you that wasn't any fun. Sliding down the dashboard. Owie. Ow. Anyway, so then, after you're done with that, then you're gonna go to the next phase. You're gonna create a backboard for it. You're gonna mount it on that backboard. And I'll show you how to do that. And then you're going to put ink on it. The ink is, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm not gonna show you how to do that right now because I'm driving. Come on, let's be realistic. But I will show you how to do it. All right? Is there a law that says you can't videotape yourself while you're driving? I don't know. There's a couple of folks here. How are you? Want to say hi to them? Hey, people. There they were. Pulling up my street. Yes, sirree. So, I think that was it. Steps for success. You do those. Pull those off. You ought to be doing good. Let me reiterate while you're taking notes. Step 1, finish the exercise. Step number 2, you're going to come up with your pattern design. Ink it in, makes it easier to see. Doesn't have to be in order to transfer it over, but it helps. Step number 3. You're going to transfer your design onto the metal. You're going to incise it onto the metal along with all of your patterns. There have to be at least 10 patterns that represent the definitions of the terms. Step number 4. You're going to use your tools to create texture. Like our example right here. Creating texture, okay, different textures. Pushing out from the back, creating texture. Step number 5, you're gonna clean it up, make sure all the areas that are supposed to be flat are flat, and then you'll mount it, and then you'll ink it. All right? Any questions? Oh, what the heck, I'm asking you. You're not in my driveway? If you have questions, ask me live and in person. How about that? That was like just less than 10 minutes. And I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Well, I didn't kill any birds, actually. I was just driving and talking to you. Isn't that great? Doesn't it? You know what? I feel like I've shared a piece of my life with you. We took a road trip together. Yeah, a little road trip. Yeah, all right. So that's it. Let's get started. Have a productive day. Set your goals for the day. Show me what you know about texture and pattern. And, yeah. Oh, you know what? There's one more thing. I'm sorry. Did I talk about how you could use different kinds of designs? I think I already did. Never mind. I did that at the train track. Okay, so there isn't one more thing. That's it. We'll talk to you soon. You know what? It is not October 31st. I'm just realizing it says it is. It's not. So forget the date on here. It's not October 31st. It's not. It's November like 7th or something like that. All right. Hakuna Matata. Have a lot of fun. We'll see you later. We'll see you later. Hey, thanks. It's great to be back in Vista. Ha ha.